Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cantina Social Hour. Happy Friday. Hope everybody is doing lovely this fine December evening. Hello. Welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Last Cantina Social Hour of the whole year. Really thankful that everybody's here with us tonight, and we're going to have some fun conversation. Before I introduce our two guests this evening, that's right, there's two this evening. I'm going to go through the chat and see who is hanging out with us. Adam, how's it going, Adam? Adam, yes, thank you for closing out 2023 with us here. This doesn't mean I won't appear on other shows. It's just this is the last evening for Social Hour for this year because of the holidays, taking a break. And Adam, thank you for letting me know about that thing with the time. I guess I scheduled this for 7 a.m. You guys know there's no way in the world I would do this at 7 a.m. I just couldn't. I couldn't function that early. But yeah, thank you for letting me know, Adam. Pico B1, how's it going? Hello. Jason, how are you doing, Jason? Good to see you in the house as always. Thanks for being with us tonight. Paul, how's it going, Paul? Glad that you are with us. Thank you for hanging out. July through November, how are you doing? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Trevor, good to see you again. Thank you for coming in and hanging with us this evening. Got a question for Paul. Can you explain how to copy a person's name to your reply, just like you do with my name, please? I think you just hit the @ I believe. July through November, you just put the @ and then you type the name, and it should do like a tag that only they can see. I don't think anybody else will see the tag though, the way that you would if I tagged you. Who else is with us? Mary, how's it going? Mary, good to see you. Thank you for being here as always. Glad that you're hanging out with us tonight. And Mary, we're going to talk about those 2 new hot toys from this week. So I'm glad that you're here. Awesome. Well, we're off to a good start with a good little crowd forming. Like I said, last stream of the year, we have some topics we're going to discuss. And I have 2 guests to hang out with tonight. The first one is making her Cantina Social Hour debut. Very first time in the Cantina, so please be nice. Don't scare anybody off. We don't want to do that. It is a scary cantina at all sometimes. But hello, Chelsea. Chelsea, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Victoria?
Doing good. Thanks for hanging out. So this is your first time on Social Hour, and I think, gosh, we've been following each other for years now. It's got to be right.
Yeah, for at least 5 years, probably.
Yes, at least, yeah.
Before the pandemic, it's been a long time.
It's been a long time, yeah. Okay, that was my droid. That was and then we have the one and only in the house, Grumpy Tom. Tom, how's it going?
I'm really mad about stuff and things. But I loved hearing that droid go off in the background there. That just tickled me.
Yeah, it was spooky. At first I was like, oh no, not again. Because my house is haunted too, Chelsea. Don't worry. You're not alone there. But we'll have to convince Tom one of these days that ghosts are real and not make believe. We've got customs for the kid in the house. How's it going? Good to see you tonight. For the Jodi.
Customs for the kid.
Yeah, we got Jeff in the house. Those. Yeah, for sure. Jeff, how is it going? Nice. Jason says that you're a spirit animal, Tom.
God, I hope not. Like having a dead badger as a spirit animal.
I was going to say more like grumpy cat, but yeah, I guess that works.
Yeah. Even a grumpy cat is cuddly. I'm more like a rabid porcupine.
Can't dispute that. Pico B1 says that he's missed you. So, yeah, it's been a while since Tom's been on the program.
Yeah.
I sounded like such an old person when I said on the program.
On the program.
Yeah.
After these messages from Wrigley's cigarettes. That's right, cigarettes. They make you hot, feel good, and your sex drive goes wild. Cigarettes.
I still say I'm taping something. My parents still say we're taping something, you know. Yeah. Instead of DVR it or record it, it's like, did you tape it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and my brother too. Like we were talking the other day, and he was saying, like I think I was making a video or something. He's like, "Oh, did you tape it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're younger than me." Anyway, so it's good to see you, the two of you, and everybody in the chat hanging out with us. Thanks for coming on and spending your Friday evening with us here in the Cantina. So let me go over the topics for tonight. So we're going to talk about the Haslab, the Ghostbusters Haslab got funded. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the 2 latest Hot Toys announcements that went up for pre-order this week. We'll talk about Last Figure Standing for the Vintage Collection. We'll talk other toy news, and we have some exciting things to talk about in that realm. And then we'll talk about new acquisitions, anything that we have added to our collections this week, and then we'll take questions from the audience at the very end, as per always. But yeah. All right. So, Chelsea, since it's your first time here, tell us a little bit about your collecting and, you know, what it is that you enjoy doing with, you know, all these fandoms. Because I know you're into a lot of things like that.
You know, and it kind of like shifts. I go through little phases too, like everybody kind of does. I collect a lot of stuff. Right now, I mean, you know, my centerpieces, I have like a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers collection. That's what's in my detail. But recently, in the last like couple of years, I've been collecting wrestling figures, primarily like female wrestling figures. I do like the AEW wrestling figures. I have a Princess Leia collection. I have a Catwoman collection. Oh my gosh, I'm looking around here. I do have like Star Wars and Marvel Legends. I've kind of gotten out of those a little bit recently, with just kind of like the Hasbro like kind of ups and downs on certain things. But more recently, and I'm just gonna blame the movie, but I kind of got back into like vintage Barbies a little bit from the 90s. I actually have a Barbie tree this year, which is really cool. So one of 3 trees I have actually in my place. So
awesome.
Can you see mine? You can see the top of it.
A little bit. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Let me see if I can just. So there's the Barbie one, and then if I go this way, I've got kind of like my. And then there's a dinosaur one back there, and I actually have a like Kenner puppet on top, like the rubber raptor is the tree topper for that one.
All right, you win.
Yeah, I do Jurassic Park too. I can't believe I avoided. I did not mention that. I'm gonna get crap from some people I know now. They're like, "What about the dinosaurs?"
Yeah,
3 Christmas trees. 3. Wow.
How cool is that? Yeah, those look awesome. That's really cool that you can do that.
That's fantastic.
It is fantastic. Pico B1 says nice trees. Christmas in full effect.
Yeah.
Dodgson, you're not late. Thank you for coming in. And you know, you can always replay the live stream too. It's never as good the second time around. You got to get it fresh, but it's still available for your enjoyment. All right, so let's go and take a look at the Haslab. So did either of you go in on this Haslab, this Ghostbusters?
No.
All right.
Ish.
Yeah, I kind of had to because I did the Proton pack. So I was like, yeah.
The Proton pack is the one. Yeah, that would have been one.
You know.
All right, so the Haslab was an immense success. The target was 10,000 backers. It eventually ended with 24,361 backers. So, you know, more than double the target. It did unlock all of the tiers. So all of these tiers are going to be, if you ordered it, you're going to get all of these. So not only the PKE meter and the ghost trap, but you're going to get all of the unlocks. The supernatural startup unlock with all the random things. The holster, I guess, for the ghost trap. And then the holster for the PKE meter, and then the cool little fun patches, which is great. So all of those were unlocked. This is awesome. Yeah. If you got in on this, then you are basically, you're going to be a Ghostbuster, especially if you already have the Proton pack and you have the Neutrona wand. Really, all you're going to need is just a jumpsuit, and believe you me, I'm 100% going to do that. And if this comes out by next Halloween, you know, that's the costume right there. You know, that's the costume.
Is there an estimated delivery date or ship date on this yet?
Yeah, it's at fall 2024. But,
really?
you know, that's kind of like very window. Like, what does that mean? September, October, November, like December even? Who knows?
You still got the Proton pack, so you can still go as a Ghostbuster. Like,
yeah,
those are just extra.
This is the cool
doodads.
This is the cool Ghostbuster, though. More accurate. The
the ultimate. Right. I'm going to be my action figure come to life. That's what I'm going to be.
That's fair.
Yours turned out pretty good, actually. Like, there's been such a mix
Yeah.
I was surprised. Like I had seen some pictures, some pretty scary looking things out there, but I got mine. I was like, wow, that actually looks really good. I even put it on display because I was like, this looks cool.
Do you think I can still get one?
No, because they're not doing them anymore. They canceled the program.
I know.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I don't know why. I guess just not enough people were doing it. So
it's very expensive, and the results were really a mess.
Yeah, that's
all kind of across the board.
Right. And I think when they did like the relaunch that they were promoting at Comic-Con when I got scanned and everything, I think those looked a lot better than the initial ones. But I think at that point people had already kind of been like, I don't know what I'm going to get. And, it's pricey. What if I don't like it? And so.
I don't think it was too ridiculously pricey for what it could have been. I was actually surprised that it wasn't more given the price of, everything these days, but it definitely isn't like, oh, hey, drop $25. It was like,
they did lower the price too at some point.
It was originally 60, wasn't it?
I thought it was 80.
I think it was like 75 or something. And then it dropped to like 60 or I think.
It was a sale that went on for a
I remember it being 60 for a while.
Yeah, I think that was the sale, but I think basically I think you're right, Chelsea. I think they did basically drop the price because they should try it again in the future when they get the tech a little bit better on.
Maybe they will. We'll see. It'll be like the third iteration of it. Rabbit Hammer, welcome. So this is Steve right here. Steve has been a watcher since 2013. So
cool.
Yeah, so thank you for hanging out with us, Steve. Yeah, Steve is an OG.
Wow.
Yeah.
Steve's known you longer than I have, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Anyway.
Ghostbusters.
So you know what? I was gonna save these to the end, but I know you may leave a little early, Tom, and I want to make sure we get them in. So I'm gonna pull that out, and we're gonna whip up another little screen here.
I'm so excited for this.
The big news today. It made my day, man. It made my December. So it's funny because just last week on Social Hour, I was like, they need to continue doing these. And I've been talking about it for a while. Like they need to continue doing these. Like that toy line, that Kenner the Real Ghostbusters toy line is one of the greatest toy lines of all time. Like if you were playing with it back then just how the playability was incredible. The world building was incredible. All the ghosts, all the vehicles, all the role play. All the different iterations of the Ghostbusters. Like this was a cool toy line, and I can only imagine that there's still a wealth of things they could re-explore. Like when they brought these out, a few years back, like that was like one of the biggest things ever for me. Even though I already had them as a kid, just to be able to have them again was awesome. So to see that they're going to continue the Real Ghostbusters classic series is just incredible beyond imagination. I'm so stoked for these.
These ones amaze me because I sort of thought that the fright features, I think I got the fright features and maybe some of the line after that, but I thought that those ones started kind of sucking. I liked the normal Ghostbusters figures. So I'm not going to open any of these ones, but because I'm so excited to have carded versions of these things for my theoretical future display that looks like a toy aisle, I'm screaming with excitement for these because they're going to look so good on display. And I suspect, I don't think these will be at retail. I would bet that these are going to be Hasbro Pulse and maybe Shop Disney exclusives because we all know how it did at retail last time. Not great.
That was a Walmart thing, though. Like Walmart really messed up a lot of the line. Well documented. I know Victoria documented it very well. I think they honestly kind of like the fact that they were first to market with Walmart. And I think some of them were Walmart exclusives. Like I know that the figures went on to be beyond Walmart, but if I remember right, like some of the other things I believe were Walmart exclusives, right? Am I wrong there?
No, that's correct.
Yeah. I totally forgot that because after a couple of years, you could get them through like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth and Zoic.
Yeah.
But I think that was after. I think you're right. It was after Walmart
They had an
Walmarted it.
exclusivity on them
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, you're definitely right that it was a Walmart thing originally, though. I completely forgot about that. It was
Yeah, that was
pandemic year one.
We don't
That was
talk
bad.
about that.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was really bad because I remember like orders getting canceled, pre-orders, and then they were showing up in stores and people ordered them, and they got their orders, but not the original pre-orders. And then it was
The
it was a
weird multi-language ones that
They
got
shipped them twice, or they would ship them and they would be damaged
Yeah.
in boxes.
folded over.
Folded
Yeah.
over. We all got one
Yep.
of those. Yeah.
Yeah, and like you were saying, Tom, like the catchphrase, like who you gonna call, wasn't on all of them, and
I never got any with that on it, I don't think.
I
yeah.
did the OG ones. The first wave, I think, had them on there, and from
Yeah.
my understanding, it was that they supposedly didn't get the rights to put that on there.
Right.
I believe that's what it was, and so they had to they produced like one wave of them. Like the original wave had the "Who You Gonna Call," and then like the next one didn't. And I think it was like the first couple figures, because then there was like a delay in certain ones. Like all the stores got Stay Puffed, then they got Slimer, then they got Ray, and then it like Egon seemed to be the last one that just took forever. And eventually I just canceled my pre-order and I found him in a store, so
I have to rely on pre-orders because we don't have Walmarts here. I live in Brooklyn, so
yeah.
there's no way I can get to a Walmart unless I rent a car and drive a couple hours away. But I ended up, one of the times that we had traveled away, I think it was in April of 2021, we went upstate for a weekend, and there happened to be a Walmart in this tiny little nowhere town called Kerhonkson, and they had a whole bunch of the Real Ghostbusters figures there. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to buy these Real Ghostbusters figures, even though I've already got them, because I want to buy Real Ghostbusters figures in a store. Gosh darn it. I did. I loved it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm very excited for these. Victoria, just so you know, I sent you in private chat something I would like you to bring up after you're done talking about just these four.
Okay. Got it. All right. Yeah. These, when I saw these this morning, like I was like beyond, thanks to Dave, who actually like gave me the heads up on these anyway. And I was like, what? Like, cause like I was saying, I was just talking about them last week, how these seem to come back. And yeah, like I had like back then I did have the classic ones, the ones that came out, a few years back that they reissued. The proton strings always broke on them. So, I don't even know what happened to mine.
I cut mine off.
That's horrible. What a terrible person you are.
As a kid, I didn't want the proton stream on, just flailing about all the time. The proton stream was my fingers going like this. Zzz, zap.
It was a weird action feature, I will say. But I did have these two, and these ones came out after those originals, and these weren't as good. I mean, because they're kind of like Kenner did their own thing with them, but they're fun. Like I remember, like the problematic one was always Egon, because his tie I know on mine the tie broke, and later I read that happened to everybody apparently. But these are just fun. You kind of got to get a set to open, Tom, because you can get the eyes to pop out and the ears and all that. So
I think I've actually. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you should get an extra set for sure.
I think I've got a few. I've got a few of them that I've gotten in sets that I've bought on eBay. So I think I've got at least Ray and I think Peter. Anyway, from like the vintage ones. But you are right. They are an awful lot of fun. There's Dave. Hi, Dave. It's Dave.
Yeah, Dave's here. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Dave, I'm going to shoot you the link if you wanna jump on by any chance. You're more than welcome.
Notice who's missing in Fright Features, though.
Who's missing? Oh yeah, Janine.
Janine is missing.
She's missing again. I mean, like, what's going on with that? Like, why can't they put her into these reissues?
Well, I mean, she wasn't in the original set. This is the first time you could get a Janine figure. So that was the big reason I was excited for the original Fright Features line, is you could get the Janine figure.
Yeah, there were two. There was the one with the eyes that would pop out in the pink jumpsuit, and then there was the one with the skirt that she would like spin around.
That was the Super Fright Features one. Yeah, that was the wave after this. That was the last one I got. And then after that, they started doing the recolors of the original ones. Oh no, they had the space ones, the weird space ones. I don't remember what those were, but weird. But yeah, where's Janine?
I know it's going to be our new thing. We'll get that trending. Where's Janine? Justice for Janine.
Justice for Janine.
Are these supposed to be coming out around the time of the movie? Is my guess.
They're
Yeah.
coming out early next year, according to Hasbro. I don't know what that means exactly. But yeah, they said early next year is what the confirmation
Because
was.
the other one, I mean, the one when they did them before, they were supposed to coincide with the movie, and then COVID happened, and it kept getting back. So that's why it's kind of drawn out a little bit there.
Yeah.
You know, now that I look at these, like all these years later, they're actually kind of freaky looking.
Oh, they're cool. They're neat.
They're supposed to be played with, you know, like that was like
they're supposed to be played with and had fun with. You know, they're not meant to be taken like seriously or anything. So
I think did they release these around the time that like the Beetlejuice figures got released? Because they
in that time frame. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Beetlejuice was a few years later, I think.
The Real Ghostbusters, the cartoon. When did the cartoon originally air? Because I was born.
You were born when?
I was born in '88, so
I think that was.
I remember watching it.
Let me go to the old. Aired in '86.
Okay.
Aired in '86.
So these were probably 86, 87, if I had to guess.
Yeah, they were definitely after like the original like run, first couple.
And the Beetlejuice cartoon was.
That was like super early '90s. I want to say I
think it was very early '90s,
like 89, 90. I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah. When did you start? Oh yeah, episode 189. Yeah, so it is around the same time. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Kenner do those too? I feel like I should know this.
I think.
Gosh.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I never had any, but I think so.
I see them all the time, but they're so expensive on the second market. The Beetlejuice.
They totally are. They were Kenner. Yeah, they were Kenner.
Yeah.
No,
Kenner.
that's true though. They are very pricey.
I've never owned any of these ones.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, no, these are fun. Yeah, they're freaky looking for sure. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm pretty excited about these. It's I've said this before, but it's always like the most, in this era where we have these amazing, incredible like toys. 2023. Super articulated. Photoreal, all that stuff. Like for some reason, like these more simplistic things from a bygone era. That with the nostalgia and everything. To me, they're even more fun than a lot of this newer fancy stuff. But
like the practical effects, I don't need like flashing lights or sounds. Sometimes it's like just kind of the weird, quirky, movements, just stuff like this. Like it reminds me, I think it was, I don't think it was McDonald's. It was one of the fast food toys. It was like very early 90s, I want to say. And they made an Inspector Gadget and pull his legs and his arms like out. They were like telescoping, like they came out and his head popped up and stuff. And I still wish I had that. I don't know what happened to it. Like that was one of the ones I wish I would have saved, but there's a lot like this.
I find it interesting that the toy companies are so actively targeting me at this point in time. And like when I watch other toy stuff on YouTube, there's a lot of gray hairs at this point. I'm happy as a clam, but I wonder about the longevity of this sort of plan.
I think it's more of just, there's two things, they have a lot of people our age have kids. And so they've now catered to the fact that like, oh, well, they want their kids to be into the same stuff that they were into as kids.
Right.
I've heard that from people that have kids. I don't have kids. And then also just, we have this whole nostalgic factor. The millennial, late Gen X generation has this nostalgic factor to it. And we're kind of that first one where it's like, we want to collect everyone's always kind of had the I want to collect things, but this is like, I think we're the first kind of generation where it's become cool and everybody kind of does it. And it's not like you have a secret collection, in a closet somewhere. everything like that. But I mean, it's even just looking at like Disney, like everybody, like the Disney adults and going to Disneyland and just things that used to be reserved, people considered reserved for kids or families. Now it's kind of more of like a generalized thing now. So I think honestly, that's why they really trying to like extra capitalize on nostalgia.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Plus we have, we're older. We have money for things that we couldn't when we were kids now. So it's like, oh my gosh, I can buy this thing, or they're re-releasing it. I can have this thing now. And that's my opinion, but
I think you're entirely correct. And I mean, it's also like people my age we're going back and just buying all the original ones for like inflated prices. So yeah, the companies that own them just re-release them. And that's what they're doing. You can get Yak Face now for a basic price tag. It's the same darn figure as the one that came out in 85 or whatnot.
These have gone down significantly in price ever since they did the re-release a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you used to, if I wanted to get a complete Peter Venkman that had a proper proton pack, it would go for like $100, I think. And now it's like, I don't know, maybe 30, because yeah, you don't need to buy the old one anymore. I don't own any of the original vintage set of Real Ghostbusters figures. I just got the re-releases. Some of the other ones I've gotten are the vintage ones, the color changing ones, and the ones with the purple suits, those ones. Yeah. And Dorklayer is correct also, mini brands.
Yeah.
There's toys for kids now, but it's just different than what I'm used to.
I am literally sitting next to like a bunch of mini brands. I have a whole bunch of friends, and we're all in our 30s, and we all buy these. And they're the perfect thing for if you do customize. I mean, these are kind of the perfect thing for if you do 1/12, or if like you have Barbie dolls or a doll collection, the perfect size for accessories. So we enjoy the heck out of these things. I think it's funny. So
yeah. And to that point, I'm just going to show, they know who they're going for. Like I picked up one of these this week. A $15 Happy Meal got me one of these.
Oh my God.
I have 2 of them. We had to laugh though about opening it up and like the paper being embossed for like, it's like the Hasbro box.
There's no chance I would ever be able to get one of those at my local McDonald's. They would not have them.
I got 2 of them.
But I absolutely would. Maybe I'll give it a shot tomorrow. But the past few times I've tried to get, the Halloween buckets or those other weird things they came out with. No chance in hell. I got there. No, we're long.
No, I got this one, and then I got the brick one, which is that like blue one. It reminds me of so both this one and that guy. Oh, sorry, hold on, the glare there. They both remind me the last McNuggets that they released in the 90s. It was the second wave of Halloween nuggets. I want to say it was like 96, 95, 96, and they did a princess that had very similar look somewhat to this. And then they also did one that looked very similar to this one. He was a rock star. He had a very similar headpiece. It was green, like a neon green and clear. So I still have them. They're with my Halloween stuff. We put them out every year. But
nice. Those are the best. Like back in
That's so much fun.
Those are the best. Like just any
these
of those
ones are
nuggets.
more like plastic hollowy though. But
yeah.
Much the same. They just did a different plot. They're not that kind of like soft rubber-ish that they used to have. They're very like, but they did this with the re-release when they the 40th Happy Meal anniversary. I believe next year, I think I saw like a leaked list, and I think next year is the 45th anniversary.
It will be. I know this because I am a few months older than the Happy Meal.
Yeah, kids these days will never know how amazing McDonald's was back in the day. Like,
I will say this: these cards though that they came with are really cool.
Yeah, they are cool.
Like
very retro.
They have this painted kind of look, and then on the back they have these like funny little things. But it looks like almost like an oil painting.
Oh, cool.
And there's a chaser one too. There's a golden nugget. So people are selling it for $100 on eBay.
I was going to ask how much are these things going for on eBay currently?
Yeah, you can get a set of these, like the whole set, not with the chaser, but the whole set for like $70. Not too bad.
Man, $70 cheap.
They're gonna
it's not too bad. And this is the one I wanted like the most because this guy's just like all decked out in McDonald's spirits.
Uptown Mo.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Wait, so $15. What do you get with this? Do you get food?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay, so basically what it is an extra value meal that has a McNugget with it. So there's either two you can get. There's like a 10-piece McNugget, and you get the medium fries and the medium drink, or you get a Big Mac, medium fries, medium drink, and the toy.
Okay.
You're basically paying like $4 or $5 extra, and it varies depending on your location. And the meals too, it was like the Big Mac was like 10 something, and the nuggets were like 11 something on one. But then one in downtown, like I think I paid around $15. Then all the DoorDash fees, I don't count all that because they always raise it if you get it on DoorDash. But I've seen them sell for the average is $10 to $15. Some places selling $17. It just depends. And it's interesting because like you had to ask them the price. They didn't even have it listed like on the thing. I was like, how much are these? Like, because I guess every location got to decide what they wanted to charge for it. Like
I'll be paying $25 for mine.
I want the one I do really want though is Darla, which is this one. She's supposed to be the employee of the month, and she reminds me, I think she's supposed to be kind of inspired by like Eddie Murphy and Coming to America. She has the like McDowell's type of getup, and it says like employee of the month on there and stuff. And I kind of want that one because Coming to America is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. I mean, they know what they're doing. They know who they're marketing to. They know that we're going to, pay a premium to get stuff like this. So, so there's a couple of new folks in here that I do want to acknowledge because I'm really happy that they're hanging out with us this evening. So first of all, Greg, how are you doing, Greg? And I saw your other comment about did I see who, because I know you and Tim from Collect Jurassic also were getting these. I don't know. I haven't looked to see who you guys got in your adult Happy Meal. I don't know what to call it.
Adult Happy Meal.
It's the Kerwin Frost Presents meal. I guess guy. I guess he designed shoes. I don't know.
and they're blind boxes, which is kind of neat. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, no, I know who Kerwin.
Well, they are at the very bottom. They are numbered. There is a series of right here. Wow. You can look them up. Like there are like videos, and I'm on a McDonald's collector group, and oh my gosh, everybody's just like.
But then you gotta convince the person you're buying it from to check the number for you, and I don't know how that would go around here. Maybe your area is better.
Yeah, no, I would never do that, like ever. Like I get what I get. It may be a dupe, but I'm not gonna sit there. Maybe it's just because I worked retail before, like or fast food. Like, just don't do that to people. Don't harass them. Like, I mean, maybe if it's for your kid, you're trying to get like you've got kids with you. You want them. I know, right? But.
Let's see. We also have Dorkler in the house. Dorkler, how's it going? Good to see you tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Oh, wow.
Browsing the 89 Sears catalog and saw some of these in there. Yeah, nice. The Ghostbusters with fright features. That's rad.
Oh yeah.
I love those this time of year when people start posting like the JCPenney catalogs or the Toys R Us catalogs from the 80s, early mid 90s. Like
there are people that like they've got the scans, and I want to get like high res versions of all the scans from like 82 to like 95 or something like that, and put them all together like into a binder and just like look at those ones.
We got middle-aged Q Man collecting Star Wars. Kia ora, how's it going? Good to see you. Nice. Good to see more friends in the house. Joseph, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. Ray Deathray, how are you doing?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Ray.
I was bad this week. I had that on. I think it was. I got on Monday, so it was, and I got like the nuggets one because I mean they're nuggets, right? You kind of have to get nuggets, right? I feel like. But then tonight I got in and out, so been pretty bad this week.
I got the nuggets, and like I got bad nuggets or something when I went through.
No.
They were not good. I ate like 2 or 3 of them. I'm like, when you get like food sometimes and you're eating it and you're just like something's not right. To stop. But then I got a Big Mac the other day. But yeah, no, I just my when you hit a certain age, McDonald's just. I think that's the joke that everyone's been talking about too. Like because we're all older, like and we're doing this, they're like, we can't eat this much McDonald's anymore.
Yeah.
Like my stomach still hurts. It's funny you mentioned In-N-Out though. We only have one up here in Oregon, but apparently I saw online they just opened one in Idaho yesterday, and there was like an 8-hour line.
Oh, yeah.
It was like that at the Oregon. The Oregon one was nuts when they opened it.
It's still a burger, guys. It's still just a burger.
You know, the burger's good. The milkshakes are good. Their fries are. I don't really care for their fries. I think they're.
How dare you?
I've tried all of them. I've tried like the animal style. I've tried all of it,
But they're fresh. They put the potato
Yeah.
in the thing and they cut them right there. So
I will say this: like their burgers are good. Their milkshakes are great. Their food's good, but like it's just not worth the hassle sometimes. Just to
you got to get the animal fries. That's what I always, not always, but
What are animal fries, guys? Tell old East Coast
style
Tom.
fries, the secret menu.
Yeah, the animal fries. So you just ask for animal fries, and it's basically the fries, but then they put the secret sauce in them. They put the diced onions, and they put cheese, and they're delicious.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Onions and cheese and secret sauce. So mayonnaise and ketchup.
Pretty.
It's mayonnaise because I investigated this quite thoroughly before, and I made it. It's ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, sugar, salt, and pepper, and a little bit of pickle juice.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some pickle relish in there.
Sort of like the Shake Shack one, and that's a delicious burger sauce. You can't go wrong with
Yeah. We have a couple of Shake Shacks actually now. There's actually one downtown where I work, and so occasionally I'll go down and eat Shake Shack at lunch. It's right across from Powell's. So if you ever been to Portland, Powell's Books, they put it right across from Powell's.
Wait, is that by Billy Galaxy?
I have not been to Billy Galaxy in a couple months, so I haven't been to Shake Shack in a couple months either. It's been one of those I don't work that far. I work uptown from it, but you have an hour sometimes that trek back. You have to plan everything, and it depends on if it's raining, which in Oregon it rains. The one thing I will say though about these nuggets, just quick detour, this one actually has a little Easter egg from the ones that they did last year. She has the little cactus, what was it, cactus market, or what were cactus they called? Yes, yeah. She has the little guy that was in the where's the camera? There it is. She has a little guy holding it. So she's the only one that has it, but I think it was a throwback Easter egg from the ones last year. And those ones, I kept getting the same ones too. We all kind of traded. I got 3 out of the 4 buckets this year. I only am missing the white one. The only one that I'm missing. My friend got me a purple one, and I got an extra green one. We kind of traded. I kept getting orange ones.
Do they have the proper lids now, or is it still a little half lid?
No.
Oh, well.
It's stickers. It's that cardboard thing that they were doing for the years prior, that right before they stopped doing it for a while. Right. I mean, I'd love for them to bring back the cookie cutter lids. I just think it's probably it's too expensive probably for them to do. Yeah. That's my guess, a cost cutting thing, but I still have the cutters.
I mean, they can't do that because next thing you know, you'll be paying $15 for Happy Meal.
Oh.
You know what though? People our age would, just to get lit. That's the thing. And when you say that, you're oh, when you're bringing it around to when you're talking about, oh, well, how long is this? It's no, everyone our age is just give it to me. I want it, but
yep. That's the way it works.
They're fighting over these things too. It's nuts. And it's I got 2 of them. I might try to go back this weekend, see if they still have one of the local ones. I can't do the nuggets scared me after the other day, and I can't really do Big Macs. I'm not supposed to have sesame seeds. So,
the nuggets it probably was a weird one-off thing, because the only time I remember nuggets sucking was back when I was growing up, and they still had the dark meat nuggets, which wasn't so much dark meat as gristle and bone and stuff like that. Do you remember those terrible things? Really? Oh, I haven't had that in forever.
They're not dark. They're lighter now, but they're still.
I haven't had that in forever, and I was so grateful.
They're still not great nuggets.
Chicken. We all know that. Oh, I think McDonald's nuggets are the absolute best nuggets. I love them. Give me 20 right now. Put them in front of me.
I'll kill them. Don't get me wrong, but I know what I'm eating, and it's not what they're advertising. I miss the chicken.
I don't care what it is.
I really love their chicken selects, and of course the snack wrap. Supposedly the snack wrap's coming back in a couple of years. I think they should bring it now.
Do you want to know what I miss? I miss when McDonald's had fajitas. Do you remember that?
Briefly.
The Heat is a long, long time ago, and there was this thing they made. It was the burger for adults. It was called the oh shoot, I can't remember what the name of it was now. It had a round piece of bacon on it, and the Arch Deluxe. The Arch Deluxe.
Yeah.
Oh, that was delicious. I was absolutely nuts about the Arch Deluxe. Yeah.
I love how everybody in the comments is talking about French fries and McDonald's and stuff.
Because they're the best. They're the best French fries.
Nuggets and
I should look at the comments and see.
There's nothing better than a McDonald's.
Yeah, the Mr. Freeze McNugget. That's the one that I got. His name is Brick. Is his name? Yeah.
Would you guys excuse me for just a moment,
no.
please?
Okay. Yeah, it's funny. Adam says that they opened. I've seen this Cosmic. It was madness.
Yeah. Like that was another thing where it was just like a 4-hour wait or something. It's a new thing, like a new test store that McDonald's is hoping to roll out. They have food, but it looks like it's mostly drinks. It looks like something, they're saying it's kind of something that might rival like Dutch Brothers. Do they have them? I know they have some in Southern California, but do they have them as far down as where you're at? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, none, no, not here.
Okay. They're based out of Oregon, but they it's a drive-through coffee branch. But they do like sweet, fruity drinks. They have a bunch of like freezes, and they have like a their own version of like a Red Bull type of stuff. So you could get like energy drinks, flavored lemonades and teas and stuff. So they're saying that they think that they're possibly kind of trying to go after that market is what I've heard.
Are they going to make the lemonade that kills you?
The Panera lemonade.
Yeah.
I had that once. It actually does like hype you up a little bit, but
Mr. Joseph, you're wrong, sir. You're absolutely wrong.
The Habit. I don't even know what that is.
What is the Habit?
Yeah, what is the Habit?
It's another burger chain. It is good. It's actually really good, but I wouldn't say it's better than In-N-Out. If anything, it seems like it's kind of like they're trying to copy the In-N-Out formula a little bit with the burgers, but I wouldn't say it's better. But they're good.
Well, I'm getting chicken nuggets tomorrow. You've sold me, guys. You've sold me.
You do that. You do that.
I'm easily influenced.
Adam says all of their food already killed. You're not wrong.
Oh, I sent you an image. Can you bring up that image there, Victoria?
Is it a video?
It's a video, but I just want you to freeze frame on a certain bit. This is the Hasbro. This was the reveal video, or not the tease for the PKE meter and trap. So about 1 minute and 40 seconds into this video, I have a theory. No, you got to do an ad
it's this
first.
video?
Yeah. It's just the thing where he's looking at all the products on the shelf.
All right, I will share it. I just had to make sure it was rated G, Tom.
Oh, yeah. It's not like that other video I shared.
All right. Let me go ahead and bring that up here. We'll take a look.
I have a theory here, guys. There you go. Freeze right there. Everything on that shelf is going to go up for sale. All of it.
Okay.
Because the fright features are there. They're going to re-release the firehouse, the trap, the little I don't know, the PKE meter. I
hope you're right, Tom.
The firehouse would be great.
I'm pretty confident they're going to do all of it.
Yes, that's one of the few things I did not have back in the day was the firehouse.
It was great. It was a great playset. Do you want to hear a terrible story about that?
I guess.
I was selling it at a tag sale to make money to buy Ninja Turtles figures because it made the switch over to Ninja Turtles, and I had the Ecto 2 on top of it, and I was selling it for $10. And some woman came and she bought it, and then she was like, "Oh, I thought I was getting this thing," and I was too young and stupid to be like, "Oh, here, I'll just take your. We'll just do a refund and buy the Ecto 2 instead." I was like, "Oh, okay." So she had wanted the little thing, the little helicopter thing instead. And a friend of mine said, I don't know if he was pulling my chain. He said, "Yeah, I saw her drive around the corner and throw it out the back of her car."
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it's true. Probably not, but sticks with me to this day. But I think we'll all be able to buy it at an affordable price in the next year.
I'm trying to see what this is in that image.
What is? It was lighter in the, if you scroll back up a second.
Oh, sorry.
There's an Ecto Charger, whatever that is.
Oh, you're
Ecto
right.
1.
It is later here. You
Oh,
see,
there.
like the thing he's pointing the flashlight out.
Oh, it's just off camera. Because he had it aimed at it and then he just turned away. He's like,
yeah, but there's a figure there that like right next to the flashlight. You see, it's like a prototype.
I think it's a prototype fright feature.
I think it is.
I don't know. To me, like
It says, I think it says fright features on it.
Yeah,
The little gray guy?
Little gray guy.
I think it's a prototype fright feature.
Oh, okay. You weren't talking about the box. I thought you were talking about the box. And I was like, the box obviously is.
It might be. Let me unshare this, and I'm going to try to make it bigger.
Yeah, I think I looked at it earlier, and I'm pretty certain it's Peter Venkman. It's Peter one. Hey, you got a Snorlax.
I do.
Hey.
Mallow. I also have a Godzilla.
Oh, I don't got no Godzillas. I've got Pokemons.
Yeah. I've got my housemate my neighbor upstairs. She collects Squishmallows, and she's got probably about 100 of them. And I'm not exaggerating when I say she's probably got at least 100 of them.
Squishmallows are fun.
They're very comfy.
Yeah.
I only maybe five or six of them. Not very many.
I don't have any, but they are squishy and they're comfy and they're good things to rest your head on.
Yeah. They're good for naps. Ironically enough, Snorlax.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, isn't that Peter?
I don't know. I mean, no, I don't think so. It might. I think he has glasses. I want to say Egon, but I'll tell you what. This doesn't look quite like the fright features to me because the outfit looks different. What it kind of looks like to me, and I could be totally off base. Maybe somebody that can sharpen it can get a better idea. But to me, it looks like a 5 POA, like a movie Ghostbuster.
Could be.
I was gonna actually say that it could be what they could be doing is doing like the movie versions, but like as the Kenner versions, but like movie accurate, if you get what I mean,
Yeah.
Like Gun's Not Blonde, that kind of thing.
That would be awesome.
No, you're right. It's definitely not the Peter Venkman fright feature that I thought it was.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. If they did do that though, like movie versions like of the Real Ghostbusters, like that'd be something else.
Well, they did that last time.
No, movie versions.
But
She's talking about as like Kenner figure, like Kenner style.
Yeah, like the retro collections, like Star Wars kind of thing, but like for Ghostbusters.
Oh, so I sort of felt like the Afterlife fright features line that they created was sort of that.
Yeah, those are a different scale.
Different style though. That was more like for the younger kids. This would be like this would be for adults because it had the retro look. Like if they were to do like, as we said, like Egon, but like, in like the Kenner style, but he has the darker hair and he looks more like this is that's what we're talking about.
Oh, like the original Kenner line but recolored.
Yes.
Oh, that would be cool.
Designed more towards how they actually looked in the movie versus how they looked in the TV show, since there was such a big difference.
Mhm.
Yeah, like if Kenner, like back in the day, if they were to have made like a Ghostbusters movie line,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
like that's what this looks like. It could potentially be. And if what you're saying is true, Tom, and maybe these are all things that'll get released. Maybe that's a little hidden thing in there that we weren't supposed to, or maybe we were supposed to notice. So
Oh, we're supposed to notice it for sure. Yeah, whatever it is, we're supposed to be trying to figure it out. So yeah.
They know how we are. They know people like zoom in and do exactly what we just did with this video.
Mhm.
Like, and everyone speculates, and that's what they want. It doesn't matter whatever it is we think they
Yeah.
gets so people get
And
excited.
it's fun. This is fun to do. I like doing these sorts of things.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm still willing to bet. I went fuzzy again.
You and blurry again.
Elliot.
The camera's drunk.
Jeez, it beat me to it tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still willing to bet that all those items are going to go up for sale. But I would bet, for the most part, it's Hasbro Pulse exclusives.
I could see that.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Or, I mean, as long as they're not con exclusives, they should put it out there.
They wouldn't do something like that for the Firehouse because it wouldn't be worth it financially.
No, the Firehouse, I could see them doing either Hasbro Pulse or maybe doing Walmart exclusive with Hasbro or something. Because I mean, the only real Firehouse we've kind of gotten was the one that Playmobil did a couple years back.
Right.
Which was actually the Playmobil stuff was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That's
It's
great.
very affordable.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. And Dave says you are a genius, Tom. So
Well, of course I am.
why do y'all think he's here? All right, we're gonna go and switch topics. I'm going to present another screen. We're going to take a complete detour from that, Ghostbusters and Kenner and all that, and McDonald's, and we're going to talk a little Hot Toys. So, Mary, I hope you're still here, because we finally got to Hot Toys. All right, so this week, brand new Batman from Hot Toys. This is the Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Batman, coming back for the first time. So in a few years, and they did a comparison on social media where they were showing like the last one and this one. This one looks eons better. And it's just it's really cool that it came back. But I think probably one of the most impressive things is just like the likeness on it is pretty awesome.
Holy Yep. Yeah, the
really
likeness is impressive. It looks straight up like Ben Affleck. Does anybody want this?
I pre-ordered it.
Oh, all right. Oh, well, all right, fair. I was like, those are the movies I thought we were all pretending didn't happen, right?
Well, you know what? You know what though? Like, I mean, I went out and I bought the George Clooney.
Nice. I love it.
Pre-ordered these, and then they got pushed back to like almost February, and I went out and they just had this one again. This is actually the one that I want all of them of. Like, I love the Burton ones, but the Schumacher Batman 90s movies do hold a special place in my nostalgic heart. Are they great movies? No, but they're very nostalgic. And the thing is, like, even though Kenner did the figures back in the day, like, they weren't really, like, for instance, like the Poison Ivy and like the Batgirl are like really good that they're coming out with these. And then you have the Build-A-Figure Mr. Freeze of Arnold. So I like we're actually getting like, they're not going to be articulated, obviously, because it's McFarlane, but like the Poison Ivy and the Batgirl look really good. And I was just going to get them. And then I was like, but if I get all of them, I can just build. I'm like halfway there. I'm like, I can just build Mr. Freeze too.
It's only 4 you need to get too.
It's only 4. And you know, for as much flack as McFarlane is, I will say their Build-A-Figures are pretty cool. Like, they do some solid Build-A-Figures. You know, articulation not really there for the most part, but like design wise, like some of the really cool creatures that you get.
Yeah,
stuff is pretty neat aesthetically. So
so the one of the original 4 Batman movies I like the least is actually Batman Forever. The first Schumacher one.
Kilmer.
Yeah, because that one felt like it was split between being a dark and serious Batman movie and a wacky redo of the '60s show or the '70s show. The
Well,
Adam
they
West.
kind of like took part, from my understanding, is they took bits and pieces of the script that Burton had ready, and then they kind
Right.
of tweaked it. So that's
Yeah.
why that is what it is. Batman and Robin is just straight up camp.
That's the
So
thing. Batman and Robin is not a sequel to the Tim Burton movies, or I mean, at the time it was. But if you look at like what Schumacher was doing, was he's making an Adam West live action Batman movie, and it's like
it's kind of like dark Schumacher-esque world,
yeah,
or the dark Burton-esque world is kind of what they did. But
yeah, but super goofy and like it's yeah. So well, I don't think it's a great movie. I think it accomplished what Schumacher was trying to do,
yeah,
and frankly, I find it kind of fun. But I like all of those movies to different levels. Batman Returns is my favorite, and if McFarlane releases those three characters
yeah.
and maybe build a figure Christopher Walken, I'm in on those.
Well, they've done. I mean, we did kind of get, Keaton Batman with
Right.
Flash release. I do have that one. They actually did give him a cloth cape, which is more than what most of these are getting. But I would love a Pfeiffer Catwoman or a Danny DeVito.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I've completely didn't even space it. But yeah, Christopher Walken would be really cool too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And like maybe they could do like maybe they could do a Build-A-Figure of like the penguin car thing, mobile thing. What was it?
Sure, yeah.
What
I
was
don't
it called?
remember. I remember he rode around in like a duck or something like that.
Yeah, what was it called?
I don't remember it having a name in it.
It didn't have a name.
It was just like I don't think it had a name either. It was just like the duck. I don't know.
Version. I think it was like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive where it was.
The Penguin Mobile.
Yeah.
That sounds about right, Steve.
That's a Christmas movie. Any of you guys watching that for the holiday?
You might.
I hadn't thought about it, but maybe.
I'm getting ready to load it up.
Well, I mean, technically Gremlins is a Christmas movie too. Like,
yeah.
Not Christmas movies are happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gremlins, Die Hard, and Batman Returns, all great Christmas
Die
movies.
Hard, yes, absolutely. We're watching that.
We are finally doing our Gridiron Heights Die Hard parody. I've been pushing this for years, and we're finally doing it this week, and I'm so excited.
I do want to have access to the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever. I think that would be awesome, but I don't know if that'll ever happen.
See, I don't know. I loved Jim Carrey in that movie so much. I think he is absolutely delightful. He's so much fun. He's in a different movie than everybody else, but man, the movie he's in is good.
I still think it's wild that Marlon Wayans was actually supposed to be Robin and actually like still gets money. Like for what contract he signed, he didn't film any, like they did test, like he did like test outfits. Like there's like footage or photos of him in like the test outfits out there somewhere. But like, cause he was cast as Robin and then they decided to go like, I think it was when Burton was still doing it originally.
It was in Batman Returns. He was supposed to appear in Batman Returns as Robin, but even the figure, they made a Robin figure for that toy line because it was that far like that he was going to be in it, and then he wasn't. But yeah, they painted the figure to like not be black, I guess. So if you look at it though, I mean, it does look like him.
Which is the other reason why I'm like, we get a Chris O'Donnell proper one out of all these years too.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have a black Robin, then we'd go woke and go broke.
That's what they say.
That phrase is like so overused too. Like the people that even like complain and hilariously use that phrase, ironically, it's like none of it even makes sense half the time.
I hope that one day eventually Hasbro gets back the DC license so they could go back and do like the retro collection for like the Dark Knight collection and the Batman and Batman Returns line. I mean, I have a lot of those things already, but like that would be cool to see them come back again.
I don't know. McFarlane seems to be knocking it out of the park with their superpowers, his superpowers line. Maybe he can just get them and do those.
No thanks.
No, I legit I don't own any of those. But I saw them the other day at Forbidden Planet.
You lost me at McFarlane, Tom.
They're retro 5 POA figures. They go like and they look old.
I don't have that many. I literally have like the few Catwoman that have been produced, the Keaton Batman, and then I have a few of the 66 ones that I've interchanged with my Mattel ones from 10 years ago.
Right.
So those actually do mix pretty. I like the sets that they did that you could get at Target.
Mhm.
So I put them up on the shelf and I've mixed them I think the Mattel Batmobile is still better. I've kind of intermixed bits and pieces of things like the McFarlane ones with my Mattel ones. So
Chelsea, did I tell you that I met Julie Newmark a couple months ago?
no.
Yeah, I did. I
Where?
was in LA with a friend of mine and who lives there, and I picked her up and we went looking at we went to a house. I went to Marilyn Monroe's house because there was rumors it was going to get demolished. So we went to check it out. And it was the first time, but we went to check it out, and we were walking through the neighborhood, and then I see her she was in a little electric scooter, and she had her son with her, and she had a nanny, and then another lady that lived in the neighborhood, and I recognized her right away, and I just went up to her, and I was like, I didn't want to bother her, so I was like, I'm so sorry, but are you Julie Newmar? And she's like, who are you? And I said, I'm just a fan. I said, hey, I have your autograph. I'll show you a picture. I have a beautiful statue of you, and I showed it to her, and she actually had a really nice 10-minute conversation with me, and it was just fun. She's got so much sass. She was funny.
I'm really bummed that she doesn't really do conventions anymore. I totally get it. I mean, I think she's 90 now. I think she turned 90 this year.
She's up there, yeah.
Yeah, but I still follow her on social media. She still posts on social media. I think her and Lee Merriweather are the only ones left, I want to say. I think the rest, yeah. But yeah, that's cool. I'm jealous.
It was fun. It was fun.
I had a great experience on the street last week. It wasn't Julie Newmar, but it was a guy screaming and peeing into the middle of the street.
Okay, that's TMI, Tom.
And I saw that I didn't see the pee, but I saw at least 2 guys screaming randomly on the streets of Portland today.
Anyhow, there was another Hot Toys it was
Merry
already
Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
It went up for pre-order. So it's Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man the Black Suit. And I don't really, when it comes to Hot Toys, I don't really go outside of Star Wars too much, but then every once in a while there's something like that Batman, I wanted to get, because not my favorite Batman by any means, and those movies weren't that great, but I did want to have. I love the costume. Costume is great.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, this is really cool. It just turned out really, really nice. Look at the head sculpt.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
he's good. Yeah, I did kind of go out of that for No Way Home. I did pre-order all 3 of the Spider-Man. So
you got them, right? The Hasbro ones that they just did. I think you posted about it, right?
Yeah, the Hasbro ones I did. The Hot Toys ones are still, I think they're still a couple months out, but the Hasbro ones are really cool too.
You've opened them?
No, not yet. But you don't you could see them through the packaging.
Yeah.
I've seen because they did the retro card back, kind of like how they did with the X-Men 97 that just came out. They did those. I've seen a couple of them, but I haven't seen Toby yet, and I haven't seen Andrew yet. I want to get a Toby though. I want to get a Toby.
I want to get a Toby. Yeah.
From what
I would. Sorry. Go. No.
Oh, are you sure? Okay. I think what I heard was because I saw a mixed case at GameStop. But from what I heard, Target is getting, and it's kind of like what they've been doing with Legends, where they get full cases. So you'll see one figure at a time. So I went one day and it was all Murdoch, and then I went yesterday and it was all MJ. So I think I just have to get there the day that they have Toby. Get lucky.
I'm just gonna get mine from Big Bad Toy Store, I think.
I got mine in Hasbro Pulse.
Yeah,
but I got them on. It was the day they all went into stock. I think it was the 3rd, I believe. It was the day they all went. They were for pre-order already, and they said release date was December 3rd. And I checked it on December 3rd, and they were all in stock, even Green Goblins. I got them all at the same time.
I got my alert from Big Bad Toy Store almost about 2 weeks ago, I think, saying that they'd arrived in stock, and I got them shipped today because of a few other things. Retro collection Cad Bane and a He-Man figure all came in, but I would love Hasbro Marvel Legends to do this version of Toby Spider-Man, because that costume is fire.
I think it just really depends on likeness and rights too.
Yeah.
They probably would crank a lot of this stuff out. But I mean, look how long it took them after No Way Home to do these. I mean, obviously, I know why they didn't do them when it came out, because they were trying to keep it a secret, even though everybody basically knew they were in it. But I'm still shocked it took 2 years to get these. You know?
How's that working out for Hasbro?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
I mean, Hasbro's having a tough time with way more properties than just like Marvel Legends and Star Wars, but the fact that they can't release any toys based on shows or movies that are out at the time, it has to like come 2 years later, is just stuns me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the other interesting thing this week was the Hasbro McFarlane like collab that they're gonna be doing, kind of like how they've done the rights to like Super 7 does like the G.I. Joes and the Power Rangers. Like, I guess they're gonna be doing that too. Like, they're gonna be doing G.I. Joes and Power Rangers, and I think Transformers.
Page punchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how that's gonna turn out. But yeah.
Todd McFarlane doesn't have to answer to shareholders.
No, he doesn't.
Anyhow.
Hey, chicken nuggets.
The only Mick we should be talking about is McDonald's.
Hey.
You know what? We could do a whole hour on McDonald's and fast food.
I know.
Yeah, if we're going to do that, I need to have a Big Mac and 10-piece nuggets and a large fry in front of me.
But
if we were all doing that would be cool.
I think it's that one thing where it's like it connects everybody. Like, everybody's like has had fast food before, or like grew up with like, you know, that type of stuff. So I think it's like a nostalgic like kind of bridge, no matter how old or how young you are. You're just like, oh yeah, McDonald's French fries. Like
the old great toys they came with. Remember the Muppet Baby toys?
Yes I do.
Art.
The food Transformers, like there's so many good ones.
Or the collab. I actually have speaking of Batman and McDonald's, I have the glasses, the Batman Forever glasses that they did.
Oh, I don't remember those.
They were like crystal. They did them for Flintstones too, when the live action Flintstones came out. They were only like $1 or something, or $2. They were really cheap, and they're like actually like clear kind of crystal, like mug cup things. The Batman ones, they have one for each character. They have one for Batman, for Robin, Two-Face, and like the Two-Face one has like coins for the handle.
Oh, cool shit.
Yeah. And then the one that they did for like Flintstones was like, they looked like rock, and one of them looked like a horn kind of. Do you remember these, Victoria? Or am I the only one that remembers these?
I'm trying to remember them.
I'm gonna go grab. Let me go grab. I think I have. Let me see if I can access them where I'm at. Hold on. Here.
All right, let's talk about her. She's gone.
Oh my gosh, that Chelsea. I got a mosey in a moment. But when Chelsea's back, I want to see the glasses. But yeah,
the glasses. And then we'll get into the last figure standing, and then we'll get into new acquisitions.
I want to stick around for last figure standing.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that next after the glasses.
That's okay.
I
have not voted. I have not voted at all.
Glasses.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're so darn cute. Oh, like you, Rabbit Hammer, I have Steve. I've never seen the live action Flintstones movie either.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, I didn't
Well,
hear anything good about it.
this was me as a kid watching and thinking it was horrible, so probably it would be worse now.
Yeah. Kiwi Man, last figure standing, it's not going to be the Tonica sisters.
Oh, you don't think so?
No. But let's see what the information reveals.
We'll see
What is it?
tomorrow. Tomorrow's
Who
the
is it?
announcement.
All right.
All right, glasses.
So I have the Batman ones. I don't have the Flintstones ones. My parents have a set of the Flintstones ones. So here's the Batman one.
Oh, that's great.
Mm,
Oh my gosh, glasses.
yeah, I remember now.
I didn't think you meant glasses like that you drink from.
I do somewhere have a Wild Wild West pair of sunglasses that Burger King did back in like 99 or whenever it came out. I do have a pair of those somewhere. And then this one's Robin.
Those are amazing.
Yeah. And then here's the Riddler, and he has like the like staff thing right here on the back. And then there's the Two-Face one I was telling you about, where it has the coins as like the handle.
These are phenomenal. Do you use them?
Yeah, they're cool.
I haven't used them yet since I moved, but I drank them as a kid. It was just one of those things where they went up in the cupboard and we're like, don't throw those away. We want those. But yeah, they have Flintstones ones too that were another set of 4 that were very similar like this. They were 2 of them that were shorter, and then they had 2 of them that were like taller as well. I'm sure you can find them like if you go to like a like an antique market, or no, that hurts me to say that.
eBay.
But yeah,
we have eBay
stores or eBay. Like people are always selling like this one, or the Batman ones are very popular. I've seen the Batman ones a lot of times at like comic shows and toy shows. Not so much the Flintstones ones, but the Batman ones you'll definitely see. In fact, I picked up when I went to a toy show back in October. It's in really good condition. It doesn't have a lid, but I did get one of the Batman Returns Catwoman.
Oh.
One. Wow.
Those are the ones that had the frisbee on top.
My gosh, yes.
Very similar to the Jurassic Park ones. I don't have any of the Jurassic Park ones, but same era. Except it was 92 and Jurassic Park was 93. These were 95, I want to say. I think that, yeah, 95. And Flintstones was 94, I think.
Huh.
All right, we're going to get into last figure standing. We're kind of getting to the very end of this whole thing. So last Saturday, I was a guest on the last figure standing live stream on Boss's Bounty YouTube channel, and we got to talk about how these are the top 4: Tonica Sisters, Cobb Vanth, Hammerhead, and Balin Skull. And currently, people are voting. I think today's the last day. Actually, you can vote for the top 2. Those results will be announced tomorrow on Boss's Bounty YouTube channel on the next live stream. And we'll see who makes it to the top 2. And then from there, it'll just be the last figure standing the following week. Now, Tom, it sounded like you have some thoughts about this.
Where can I go to vote?
The same place it's been all this time.
I haven't voted. I always look at it on my phone, and then it wants me to sign into a thing, and I'm like, I'm not signing into Bantha Skull.
Yeah, Beth Skull. You just go to the thing, and then each week when they post the results, there's a link there for a Google form, and you just write in your choice.
All right, I'm going to find it here, and then all right, here we go. I'm going to vote now. I'm going to vote on. Oh, here we go. Here's my email. I'm voting on the Tonica Sisters and Hammerhead. Those are the 2 that I am voting on. Submit.
Cool.
There we go.
Those
okay.
are my choices too.
I think it's going to be Cobb Vanth and what's his name? Balin Skull.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be them.
Okay. Yeah. Middle-aged man was asking what you thought it was going to be. So you think it's going to be, what do you think is going to be the last figure standing though?
Balin Skull.
Fair.
Which they make anyway.
Probably. I mean, that's kind of the one that like people go for, is like the it's like this and that and cool stuff.
They're going to make him anyway at some point. I mean, not in the near future now, because it is what it is. But the one I would want would be the Tonica Sisters, because it's never going to get made unless it gets a win in a vote like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I submitted my vote, and I only voted for the Tonicas because if I vote for Hammerhead, then I'm going to give him a vote too. So I just went for Tonicas. So
That's fair. That's fair. And you know what? You don't really need a super articulate Hammerhead, do you?
I mean, the Saga collection one is pretty nice as far as the sculpt goes, but he needs to be able to sit at least because he's sitting
He
in the
needs
cancer.
knees.
So
Yeah, he needs
he needs knees. He needs legs.
Well, you've on like the Tonica Sisters quest for a long time.
Yeah.
This would be like the perfect thing, you know.
Yeah,
like,
I'm with you. I'm with you on the Tonica Sisters thing. It's like, come on. Like, I heard you chatting with Emily being like, hey, you know, the time would be now. Yeah. I hope it's Tonica Sisters. Or maybe they'll do something crazy and make something big and include the Tonica Sisters in that. That would be neat. But, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I think it'll be Cobb Vanth and Bayland Skull.
We'll see tomorrow. We'll find out.
when are they announcing it at noon?
The live stream is at 2 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see what happens. HQ Man, yep. Those are the ones I went for too. Geek Strong asking, didn't they pipeline Hammerhead? They did for Black Series, I think, but not for TVC.
Oh, yeah.
Fine,
folks. I've got to get a mosey on.
All right.
I've had a lovely time here. I might get in a little bit of trouble for staying a little bit longer, but I've had too much fun. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Lovely to meet you, Chelsea.
You as well.
Happy holidays to everyone in the chat. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. None of that Kwanzaa stuff. That's woke.
Oh my God.
Can't have no
I know
woke.
I know you're joking, but yeah.
Go woke goat bloke.
You're gonna get us kicked off.
You're gonna get me demonetized, Tom.
Oh golly jeepers. I'm full of nonsense.
Okay, so holiday special Chewbacca says bye.
Life Day Chewbacca.
Bye.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Have you watched the Disturbance in the Force documentary yet?
No, I haven't yet. I need to.
It's
I hear good things about it.
It's it's interesting kind of how they did it. Like they pieced together a lot of just random clips of interviews with people throughout the years, and they bring in people like, you know, Kevin, their opinion, and Blanche, and just a bunch of stuff. And yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting, especially like you're just like, oh, this is how it kind of got this way. Because I mean, you hear things before you ever watch the holiday special. You hear how like just bonkers it is, and
right.
I was like, it can't be that crazy. And then like a couple of years, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago, Christmas Eve, I sat down, had a drink. I was like, oh, I'll watch it, and I'm like, what is going on? It is kind of one of those that's crazy, but it's an amusing kind of crazy, you know?
Yeah, so. It is unique, that's for sure.
It's an experience. Let's refer to it that way. It's an experience.
Put it mildly, it is. I do want to touch on these really quick. So these were a couple other announcements for this week for Star Wars. Super Battle Droid and C-3PO as Battle Droid figures. These went up for pre-order. I guess on a few places. Hasbro Pulse being one of them. Are you buying it? Do you collect Black Series, Chelsea, or are these mostly things you kind of just skip?
No, I always collect Black Series, and I've kind of gotten out of it a little bit. I pick up a figure every now and then. It's kind of like with the Marvel. I think once they started doing the boxes where you couldn't see what you were getting, and they kind of price hike where it went from being 20 to 22 to 25. Some places are 20 and 28. You're just like, I'll buy one every now and then, but I buy them, occasionally now. I do the Leias obviously, but I do characters I like or characters that are unique. I'm just kind of that way in general with my collection. I've just become a lot more picky, and I'm kind of like, I do certain targets now, because the thing is, you go crazy, you buy all the stuff, and then you're like, where do I put it? Or, you know, that kind of thing. But I do get stuff every now and then. I think the most Hasbro I've bought this year was probably the Indiana Jones. Yeah. I still need to get Connery, though. That's the one I'm missing. So I have the other ones and whatnot. But
Right on.
I think they did a good job with it. I don't know why they didn't sell well. I don't know if it was just, I think it might just be timing. You know, I think there's a lot of stuff that is like peg warming these days that I don't think would have peg warmed a couple of years ago. I think it might just be a lot of like just economy stuff right now, which is why Hasbro's hurting a little bit. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many lines to choose from too. It's like you can't collect it all. I mean, maybe some people do, but no, these two look cool. I think they did a good job. I do wish they would have included the battle droid's head, so you could be C-3PO or the battle droid.
Yeah.
It's a little peculiar they didn't do that, but they both look great. I mean, I know the super battle droid, especially, people have been asking for a long time. There was also, these are from Yak Face's Instagram. Jango Fett also went up for pre-order. This is $24.99. It's sold as a deluxe figure. Whether or not it should be deluxe, I don't know. Probably not, but it is a deluxe figure, and you do get some extra stuff I guess you would not get if he was in the main line, and he looks cool. So, Jango Fett, obviously a figure that people have been asking for in TVC for a long time. So, if nothing else, it is nice that he is finally making his way into the line.
I mean, they are finally starting to make some things, like they're starting to do the Phantom Menace, characters a little bit more too, and just things that in like Black series in general, like doing Padme episode 1, doing, young Anakin. We're finally getting those after a huge time,
Right on. All right, so I'll go ahead and stop with that. Alrighty, so this is the part of the show where we get into new acquisitions, anything new that was acquired throughout the week. So, Chelsea, do you want to go first? Is there anything that you added to your collection this week?
There are some things. I kind of can't show them because they're also like gifts. I got some for myself, and I also got some for some others. I'm trying to look here. What all have I gotten recently? I've gotten some dolls. I got do you watch Ted Lasso?
Off and on.
I got the Barbie from Ted Lasso, the Rebecca, which I thought they looked really a lot like it. Let me see here. I think that was like the last thing I bought, probably, which is sad that it's clearly Batman and it's McFarlane, which I don't like to buy a lot of. But what else? Oh, you know what I did get? Hold on. This is worth it, I promise.
It's worth it. Let's see.
The Hocus Pocus Lego set.
Now we're talking.
Yes. We're gonna build it here. I got my Christmas bonus. That was like my present to my was.
That is awesome.
Just kidding. And I got it at Barnes and Noble, and like they actually let you use the discount there, which they never used to let you do for Legos. So got it for I probably saved like $30 on it. I think I got it for around $200 when I think it's like $230, $240 retail, something like that.
Nice. That's a good one.
I have the Home Alone house I got last year that I need to build as well. And I also have the temple set from Raiders that they came out with this year as well that I need to build. So there's a lot of Legos I need to get on building and stuff. But just I get odds and ends here and there. I pick up little things here and there, and I do a lot of wrestling figures, so I won't bore you with that.
Yeah, I don't know much about those. I will admit.
That's okay. I do actually an offshoot. Like, I don't really pick up WWE, which is like the main stuff, and Mattel makes those. I like AEW, which is Jazzwares produces. It's a show that's on TBS and TNT, and they have, for instance, like their boxes and stuff. They come like this. Danhausen. Some of you might know who that is, even if you don't watch wrestling. He's kind of like a well-known kind of.
I don't know who it is. Sorry.
No, it's okay. And like the horror community and stuff too. He does like Last Drive-In and stuff. Sometimes he's on Last Drive-In, and he's kind of like a comedic wrestler and stuff. He's described himself as being like a possessed Conan O'Brien, I think. So yeah, for those of you, Danhausen. But no, I've got a bunch of those. Like my shelves, the place that now has some built-ins. So I do. Let me see if I can like just. So it has these built-ins, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see in the background. So I have like.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I've got my collection. So like I have Batman on one section, and I have Field Horses on one section. I have like my Barbie collection dolls that are like kind of all on the top. So I've got like I have a couple of the Star Wars Mattel ones, those designer ones they did a couple years ago. Did you ever see those? The one that they did, they had like a Leia.
Yeah.
So I have Leia, and then I have the Vader one. I really like the Vader one, and that one I actually scored Tuesday morning for like half. I got it for like $50.
Oh wow! I kind of miss Tuesday morning. They always had like pretty random but good stuff.
Yeah, I miss, and they would get like the kind of the offshoot stuff too. Sometimes you got to go to like TJ Maxx or Ross or Burlington, just to get some of that stuff. You don't never actually. That's the baffling thing about retail. Some of this stuff never makes it to retail anymore. You know, now that Toys R Us is gone, it's like, even though I know that they're trying to make a comeback and they just opened that nice flagship store in Mall of America that everybody is. I'm jealous.
Right on. Well, those are good Acquisitions for sure.
What did you get? Hot Toys.
What did I get? All right, let's see what I got. I got some things. It wasn't an expensive week. All right, I'll start with this. So I mentioned these earlier. So I did get these in. These are from Hasbro Pulse. I got the 3 Spider-Men. You know, which is great. I mean, Tobey Maguire's obviously, you know, my favorite one. You know, I still think he's the best Spider-Man. Even though they're all fabulous, I would say. Green Goblin. So yeah, I was really excited to get these, and they look amazing. The likenesses on these are incredible. Like,
is the Green Goblin have a Defoe head and everything too, or is it just...
Yeah, I haven't opened him yet, but what I've seen on the reviews, it's a cool figure. Really
is he a Pulse exclusive, or is he going to be in stores?
No, he's at Target, or so I've heard. I haven't seen him myself, but I've seen like
packaging then.
Yeah, I've seen people have found him at Target, but I haven't looked myself lately.
The Target where I live just is the Target that always gets picked over. So usually it's like, unless I'm there when they stock something, I have to go out a little bit further for that kind
of... but yeah, it's on Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, all those other places for order too. I think Amazon's carrying it too, but I think it's out of stock at the moment.
It'll get back in stock.
I also got these, which I was very excited about. You know, and like I said in this post, like, it's not very often, and this is the first time ever that I've had 3 Hot Toys come in one day. But it was for a very good reason. Pop Culture, which is based in they're in Australia.
Oh yeah.
They ran like a major sale. It was like you buy Loki, get Sylvie half off, and then like they had another sale on the other President Loki. So I was like, you know what? I love this show. I love these characters. I'm gonna go ahead and pick them up. So I ordered them. They came in a couple weeks later, and yeah, I haven't opened them yet, but I'm gonna do that now that I'm on holiday break for the next few weeks. I'm definitely gonna be doing that this coming week and getting them in the shelf, I hope. But yeah, no, these they look great. Like, from what I've seen on reviews and stuff, they look incredible. So I'm really excited.
Look just like the likenesses, which is how I like my figures. I have an issue, and I think that might also be why I've kind of pulled back a little bit with some of the Hasbro stuff, since you're not able to like, I know that they're supposedly going back to the old packaging is what or there's some sort of viewing point, but like for me it was always like the reason I started doing, like I got into Black Series and I got into like Marvel Legends was when they started doing like the face scans and the accurate depictions, and I thought they were so cool because they look like, you know, the trails, and they're really cost affordable and stuff. But I mean, the Hot Toys is amazing. Let's not, but it's just, you know, you have to like it, they're not like, you know, going down and buying, you know, an action figure at Target or whatever. It's like they're a lot of money, but you pay for quality with what you get with Hot Toys. So.
Yeah, for sure. They're worth it. They're worth it. It's like, you know, you can buy all of them. Like, there's just no way, but you know, you can pick and choose some really impressive display pieces that you'll probably always love. So
I have one. So I have a Bespin Leia. So.
Nice. That's a good one. That's a good one for sure. I like Mary's comment here. I want the President Loki Escort for my in-game Loki. You know what? That's actually exactly what I did, Mary. That's the reason, because I did have the in-game one, and that's exactly what I had in mind, was that I could put President Loki's head on the in-game Loki and just have like the ideal, like perfect Loki. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do too. And then I guess I don't know what I'll do with the President Loki body, because it still looks fantastic. I might have to put that inferior head sculpt on it, but we'll see.
Do you do a lot of custom at all, Victoria, or just kind of like
no, not really.
I'm not a lot of friends that do that kind of, like they will get, you know, a bunch of GI Joes and just, or a bunch of figures and just piece them apart and rebuild things.
Yeah, I don't really.
Fantastic work. It's nothing that I can do, but like,
yeah, I admire people that can do that, but I don't have the patience for it. I also got the latest wave of the vintage collection. I got 2 cases of the latest wave, so I'll go ahead and show what those are. They just came in today, and I opened them each today. So I'm super pumped for these. Like, this is a fun wave. So we got Chopper. He's fun. He's fun. I know people are saying he's a little small, and I think I agree. He's a little undersized. But there is something that happens during the process of making an action figure where there is shrinkage that occurs for the actual figure, and sometimes figures come out a little too small, and I think that maybe is what happened here. But what I love about this one is he's got a ball joint on his head.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it gives him a lot more personality. You can kind of like move it, like, and it's just fun. He's got the wheel leg, he's got the antenna on top. He also has another antenna right here, and this one's like at an angle, so it looks like it's spinning. And then he's got the little tracker thing that he threw on in the Ahsoka show, that he threw on the whatever the other vehicle was that Balin and Shin were on, I guess. So yeah, there's Chopper, and the other one that's in the wave is R5D4, which is another fun figure. 2 droids in one wave is amazing. That rarely happens these days.
That's not popular, you know.
Yeah, he's great. And this is a repurposed figure from earlier, years ago. It is retooled a little bit, and they put the red stripes on his back, which is the first time a modern R5D4 has had the correct stripes on the back. Somehow they never got around to doing that over the last 20-some years, but now they did. And his head does come off, so if you want to put him in the N1, which I totally am going to do, you could take the head off and put it on top of the N1.
Right.
To go with Chopper, there's also Hera, and Hera is a very nice figure. Very nice in more ways than one. I'll just leave it at that. And she's got her blaster, she's got her holster, and then she's really nice. Really nice. I think one of the best TVC figures this year.
How's the likeness on that one?
It's not. It's good. I'd stop short of calling it perfect, but it's really good.
Oh, it's interesting too, because it's like, you know, they have the face scan, but then also it's like they have to paint it a specific.
Yeah. The wave also has Director Krennic, who I was very excited about. one that I really wanted in TC for a long time. I love the actor, Ben Mendelsohn, and I really wanted him in the finished collection. So he is, Trevor, you caught my comment there. He's really nice. They did a good job with him. We also get another exciting figure that people have been requesting for a long, long time. We get Previsla. So he's got the Darksaber. He's got a jetpack. He's got 2 blasters. And it's a very snug fit, but the helmet does in fact come off, and he has a really nice face.
Oh, nice.
It's just very realistic. I don't know who they based, because the animation is obviously the animation. So I don't know who they based the head sculpt on, but it looks really, really good. They did a really nice job with it. But yeah, he's fun. He's fun. Looks great. Better than the Black Series one for sure. And then the last figure in the wave is Darth Revan.
Oh, nice. Is that the first time they've done him in that size?
They did one in 2007 during the 30th anniversary collection, but it was like a little statue basically.
Yeah.
So this one is fully articulated. Really nice. Really nice.
Yeah. I remember when they did the Black Series and everyone just went nuts about that figure. That was the one everybody wanted for the longest time.
Yeah, for sure. It's a solid wave though. The last wave was really great too, but like this one is really fun. Even though he's undersized, I would say Chopper's probably my favorite in the wave.
Do you buy like do you buy 2, one to keep in box and one to open, since it's like a collector type of packaging?
For the vintage collection, that's the only thing I do that with. Yes. Yep. Yeah, and those are all my acquisitions. That's everything that I received this week.
I normally have
and the McDonald's guy also again, but we already looked at him.
I did have this week. That's right. I normally have a lot more. It's just most of the stuff I've been buying this week has just been gifts for the holidays. So most of my like extra kind of spending money, I've been buying things like I bought toys and stuff, but they've been dolls and stuff, but they've been gifts for other people. So I don't want to share those just in case anybody happens to come across it. Stuff like that. So
nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Anything else you wanted to talk about, Chelsea? I know we're at the 1.5 hour mark.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm good. I mean, there's always stuff to talk about, but I don't know how people are still watching. I can't tell on this one because I don't have the YouTube.
Yeah, we still got friends in here. If anybody has any questions that they'd like to drop for either of us, feel free to leave your questions now. And while we do that, Chelsea, where can anybody that's tuning in here go to look you up on the internet?
I pretty much just have an Instagram, and it's Miss Bantz. So it's MISS, and then it's my last name, BANTZ. That's pretty much kind of all I do. And I really haven't updated. I really need to use it more. I kind of got away from it for a little bit of time, which wasn't anything in particular. I had some personal stuff going on that I kind of, with Instagram, you have to be careful. I had an ex-boyfriend situation for a while where I kind of was trying to not advertise where I was or kind of the space and whatnot. Thankfully, that's no longer an issue. But that's kind of why there's been a lot of stuff. This year is completely different and stuff. I've had some personal things and some family members have been ill and stuff. But I am looking, that is one of my goals for 2024 is to get back to doing more Instagram and more posting and share my collections and everything with everybody because I miss it. And I miss that connection and, connecting people like you and other people with similar hobbies. And I've really just kind of gotten out of it. And it's something that I feel like I really kind of want to get back into. And stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. No, this was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming on and hanging out and talking about this range of topics, some of which I didn't even expect we're going to really get into, but
Don't
definitely a blast.
food and French fries. I mean,
I
doesn't it?
know. All the good stuff. All the good stuff. The Real Ghostbusters, McDonald's, and yeah, all the good stuff. Some Star Wars. Yeah, for sure.
I will always talk about
Yeah.
like always talk about Star Wars. So
Nice. So I'll put a link when this publishes at the very end. It will publish after a little bit. I'll put a link to Instagram there. So anybody that wants to just click on the button and you can go straight to her Instagram and follow her. But yeah, this is, like I said, this is this is the final live stream of Cantina Social Hour for 2023. We'll be back looking at a date of January. Basically a month from now, January 12th. We should be back tentatively. So going to use that time to work on some videos. Next video will be the Japan video. I know I talked about it last week. I have 150 plus videos that I filmed in Japan, and it's taking forever to edit them down to like a 15-minute video, essentially. So
I'm really excited. Japan has like some fantastic toy stores. Like I've heard you talk about it. I've heard Nathan talk about it. I've heard other people that have been to Japan talk about it. Just a lot of just really fun stuff and everything.
It's incredible. Like I never want to come back. Like
I'm really excited to actually see kind of like what you found when you were over there. So yeah.
So it's a fun video. It's a mix of like, it's not all toys. It's kind of a mix of not even documentary, just kind of more like experience and then toys, I guess, like combined. So it's cool, and I hope, I should have that out. I'm aiming to have that out by Christmas, but I don't want to promise anything because, like I said, it's a lot of editing to get through. And then I have the collection display video, which that'll follow that video. Hopefully, it'll be by the end of this year. If not, then definitely the first week of January. So the goal is to get those published to the VC YouTube channel very soon. But yeah, it's been a great year, you guys, for Cantina Social Hour. Thanks for hanging out. Done a lot of fun things, a lot of great guests. Special thanks to all of them that have been on the show this year, and to all of you who have been watching and hanging out with us and dealing with my nonsensical toy rants for the last year. So thank you very much for doing that and for your support and patience. And Chelsea, thanks again for coming on. It's been a lot of fun. Let's do this again.
Absolutely.
And
yeah,
for sure. So everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, all that stuff. We'll see you real soon. I'll still be on Instagram and all that. So, come find me there. But yeah, no matter where you're tuning in from out in the galaxy, I want to thank you for tuning in to Cantina Social Hour on the Victoria's Cantina YouTube channel. We'll see you soon. Be well, be safe, may the force be with you. Take care.